Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. You have the Rhino, and we have you guys. We're going to look at a beer. This beer is from Flying Monkeys. It's 6.2% alcohol. This is Deep Tracks American Brown Ale. It's also 45 IBU, and like always, it's a Flying Monkeys can, so it's very colorful. This is actually a can wrap. I didn't actually realize that. It's a can wrap. Ooh, the date. What is this date? September 12th, 2016. Well, this was bought a week ago. No, 2 weeks ago. Over the LCBO's online sales. So, this was only... When I bought this was only like 2.5 weeks old. That's pretty damn good for the LCBO. Just checking if there's anything worth talking about on here. Deep Tracks is a folky craft brew embodying the sultry, warm soul of freshly harvested fields and the cool humid nights of the coming autumn. And then continuing, you know what? No, I don't care about that. I don't care about anything else. The rest of it's... Oh, excuse me. I apologize for that. Now, I love brown ales. American brown ales, I'm not usually a big fan of, to be honest. They do come off in a way I don't particularly like. Now, see, I'm fat, but I don't like these type of chairs because when I lean back, I look even fatter than I am. I don't deny that I'm fat. I understand it. I don't need anyone to tell me. I used to do strongman in the Highland Games and all that, and then I started having kids and having to work and not being able to just work out all the time. And I drank more beer and alcohol back then than I do now. I ate more fast food back then than I do now. Hell, when I was doing the strongman and the Highland Games and all that, I ate at McDonald's almost every meal because I worked at McDonald's and I lived on my own. And you got your food for 50% off there. So it was the best place for me to go. Nice beer. I know it's a brown ale, but that's black. That is black, mostly because of how thick the glass is. It would probably come off as mahogany brown if it was thinner. I wasn't looking at it while I was pouring it, but that off-white, slightly mocha head, lots of snap, crackle, pop, so I don't think that head's going to last very long. I can already see tunnels and everything being made. There's a big one right here going in. There's some more big ones right here going in. Those big ones just keep going in. Let's give it a sniff. Yeah, see, that's what I was afraid of, especially when you do an American brown ale and you're Flying Monkeys. I was afraid of that smell, and that's the smell I got. This is hoppy as all fuck. And I mean, I can get behind some hoppy beers. I know hoppiness isn't my forte. I'm not one of the guys that is a huge hop head, unless it's specific hops. There are specific hops that do make me get all excited, and you guys have seen me get excited for some double IPAs and stuff. But you guys know. You guys just know. You know. But as a brown ale, I'm a malt maniac. When I see brown ale, I get excited. When I see nut brown, I get excited. And then I smell that. I don't get as excited. It smells like a black IPA, really. There's not really anything brown to it. There's no malt really that I'm picking up. There's no sweetness. There's no roastiness. There's no caramel, no molasses, no vanilla, no any of the scents that you might pick up on a brown ale. I'm not getting. However, there's a resiny pine oil scent. There's a very floral scent. There's almost like a lemon zest. Floral, piney, lemon zest, resiny, and a touch, an underlying touch of citrus. And I mean, minus the floral and the piney, I like the other two scents, but I don't like those scents being the main scents on a brown ale. That's all I'm saying. I like to try things though. Even if I don't like them, I like to try them. So let's get into this. Cheers, Flying Monkeys make some of my favorite beers in the whole wide world. They also make some of my most hated beers in the whole wide world. And you know what? That's the best part about Peter and Andrea and their whole team is they don't care. They make what they want to make, and it just makes for a great, fun tasting experience. Cheers. That's weird. That's weird because my taste expectations, my taste expectations have been thrown in a loop with this beer. I had specific taste expectations when I see brown ale. Even though I know it's an American brown ale, I still have a taste expectation when I see brown ale. And then I had a taste expectation when I smelt it. And neither of those taste expectations have been met. This is weird. It does sort of remind me of a black IPA, but there is some brown ale aspects to it. And it's not nearly as strong as I thought it was going to be off of the scent. So to the Flying Monkeys team, I actually give you 2 thumbs up kudos on the making of this beer. Because you did get me excited about the style of beer. Then you made me scared of the beer. And now you've made me pretty much indifferent on the beer. So I mean, in the long run, you've ran me through the spectrum of feelings I can have about a beer. I want this beer. I don't want this beer. Yeah, you know what? It's not that bad. What else can you want? Well, you'd want me to go back to I love this beer, I'm sure. But, yeah. I remember the first black IPA I ever had. It was actually Flying Monkeys Netherworld. And this kind of reminds me a little bit of Flying Monkeys Netherworld. There is some grapefruit and lemon. There's some grapefruit flavor and lemon peel and like lemon zest and a little bit of pininess and just flavors that remind me of the Netherworld Cascadian Ale. However, that being said, it's not as roasted, it's not as toasted, it's not as dark tasting. It is more like there is almost a it almost reminds me of a nut brown in that there's almost a nutty dryness up at the forefront. It's a good beer. It's a good beer. I enjoy the beer. I don't love the beer. I don't hate the beer. Excuse me, I enjoy the beer. I don't find it particularly well balanced, to be honest. I don't find there to be a great balance from sweetness to bitterness, but I don't find the bitterness to be overpowering. I just don't find it to be well balanced. But that's just me. I mean, we all have different flavors we're more sensitive to, and some of the hops that are in this beer I'm sensitive to, and that's why I don't particularly love it. But it's not a bad beer. It's 6.2% alcohol. You wouldn't be able to tell it's over 5. It's, what did it say, 42 IBU? 45 IBU. Yeah, I could probably see that. I mean, it does hit the back of the palate. I mean, there's still that bitterness back there right now. Let's go another round here. Yeah, so you get that brown ale flavor, that nutty dryness and slight sweetness up at the forefront. Pretty much almost immediately though, blotted out by a grapefruit flavor and a lemon zest flavor, followed by a floral piney flavor that then fades into just an earthy dryness on the back end. All in all, mostly all hop flavors. Nothing, again, overpowering, but if you don't like hops at all, you're not going to like this at all. If you're a big hop head, this is a brown ale for you. If you're not a big black IPA fan, but you want a dark IPA tasting beer, again, probably the beer for you. For me, I'm probably going to give it a 6.25 out of 10. I can drink it. I have no problem drinking it. It wasn't an expensive beer. I really enjoyed trying it, but I don't think I'll ever drink it again after I finish this. And thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful evening. This one will not be chugged because I don't want to puke on the table. You know what? Let's chug it. You know what? For the viewers I will do it. The viewers, I will do it. Yeah, I know, you're not telling me to do it, especially breweries. No brewery has ever told me to chug a beer. If anyone at the HECO ever watches this, no brewery has ever told me to chug a beer. Do not worry. They are not supporting me doing this. No brewery has ever told me to chug a bottle of beer schnapps. That has never happened. Again, they have never supported irresponsibility. I'm just irresponsible in general when it comes to myself. When it comes to my festivals, I'm very responsible. I have the taxi companies there. I have a Niagara designated drivers there. I do everything I can to be as responsible as I can. I don't even touch a drop of alcohol. But when I'm home alone in my basement, and I know I can pass out on the floor and wake up whenever I have to wake up, I'm a little irresponsible. Cheers. Actually, when you chug it, and you're not just sipping it, more of those brown ale flavors come out. More of that, like, caramel flavor and stuff come out. Ooh. But the finish gets much more hoppy when you chugged it. Wow. Still a 6.25 out of 10. Just wow. Chugging it might not be the choice. But it is the choice for the first few seconds, at least for me. Excuse me. Oh, it burps really well. The burp is all brown ale flavors. It's all like roasty malts and caramel. Oh, that was nice. Bye, guys.